So I wanted to just give you a kind of a sense of what our trajectory is for this this opening ceremony. One is I was going to talk a little bit just about some of the background of this retreat and kind of what's the why and what it is that we're hoping that you will actually get out of it. And then in kind of classic Lama fashion, we were going to, on Wednesday night, move into a heart club. And perhaps maybe you're unfamiliar with the practice of Heart Club. Kaya is going to set that up and kind of help fill in some of the blanks around that. And that will involve us moving into breakout groups. So we'll get into that a little bit later. So for the moment, I guess just in terms of the background for this retreat, the why is well, when COVID happened, like many people in the world, I think we were kind of, Lama was scrambling, I think, a little bit to figure out how we were going to adjust and how we were going to respond. And I think it became pretty apparent that we were probably not going to be able to host retreats in the way that we normally do over the course of a summer, not safely at least. And so with a lot of meetings, we were finally able to decide that the best option, the most responsible option, was going to be to cancel our retreats. But it was such a bummer, and it was a really hard thing for many of us to kind of let go of, because I think the 2020 summer schedule particularly felt like it was just so robust and rich, and there were a lot of very interesting and new programs that were set up for this summer. I've been the Lama Summer Programs Manager for a number of years now, and was very excited about what we had planned for this summer. So in a certain regard, this retreat is kind of a response to that. It's a little bit of a taste of many of the things that we had planned for this summer. You could think of it as kind of like the summer 2020 poo-poo platter, just a little bit of everything. And but there's actually, I want to speak to like a deeper intention here as well, that I think many of us connect to. And there's a vision here that I kind of want to invite each and every one of you into. And forgive me, I might have to get heavy and real here for a moment. I think it's no secret that the world is hurting right now in pretty profound ways. And actually, it might be more accurate to say that a lot of the pain that we are experiencing is pain that's been present actually for a long time, is actually just amplified right now because of this COVID crisis. And perhaps especially here in the US, it seems like all of our unexamined shit is kind of coming to the surface. And frankly, it's pretty stinky. We've seen in recent months the kind of stark and undeniable clarity, the systemic injustice, inequality, and outright brutality inflicted on brown, black, and indigenous peoples in this country. We've seen a kind of callous disregard for the health and well-being of poor and working class people or frontline workers. And we've seen that crowdfunding platforms like GoFundMe seem to be making much more meaningful responses to the COVID crisis than our own government. And those are really just kind of like a few of the converging crises that seem to be calling for our attention right now. And so I guess all of that is to say that it's hard. This is a hard moment. And it's worth acknowledging that there are vast gradients and degrees of what hard looks like for the human family right now. And so with all sincerity, I want to say to each of you that we need you, that Lama needs you, and that we need each other. And that feels just so clear right now. And maybe the need is for each of us to kind of anchor light into the world, to dig deeper than ever into our commitment to wake up, to love more fiercely, to care unreservedly for ourselves and for each other, to be an imperfect bastion of empathy, honesty, and awareness in your world, and so too in the world that we all share. Lama, for me, and I think for many people, represents a kind of radical, if not audacious, notion that a better way is possible, that a more beautiful world is possible. And so if this retreat can serve to fill your cup, to inspire you, to urge you to open your heart just a little bit more, then I think we are actually living into that possibility. Our hope is that as you hold that space for that possibility in your own life, whatever way that looks, you can feel the support of this enormous family that's spread across the globe. Those invisible hands at your back, holding you, supporting you, urging you on. So the truth is that we're doing this work together, even if we're alone. That's the truth of community, really. That whether we're right here on the mountain or we're spread around the globe, that we're in it together. One of the phrases that's been kind of tossed around recently is this idea of lighting up our network and kind of inspiring and strengthening the ties of the Lama network. And I think in a real way, this retreat is aiming to do that, that you are the network. Every one of you who's joined this retreat, you are the Lama network. And so again, I guess I just want to say thank you for joining and being part of that, in whatever way you're part of that. So that's maybe enough talking from me. I want to pass it off to Kaya, who's going to help us transition into our Heart Club practice, as well as set up a little bit of a meditation for us.
So here we all are in this virtual Lama together. Again, I want to say welcome. And before we put more of our attention on these screens and beloveds before our eyes, I'm going to guide us in connecting with our current physical surroundings and bodies. And from there, connect to sacred space and place. So I first invite us to actually peel our eyes away from the screen and take a look around the room or the surroundings that we are currently in. Let your eyes wander with curiosity and name in your surroundings 3 specific things that you see. So for example, that red door or that square window frame. Then find a comfortable seat if you have not already. And close or soften your eyes. And let's take a long, deep breath here together. So in, and on your exhale, sighing or sounding out the mouth. Let's take another one for good measure, all together now. And with eyes still closed or softened, feel the contact of your seat on your chair or the floor or cushion. And notice from this seat any sensations, images, thoughts, emotions that are present with you now. And notice who is noticing these sensations, images, thoughts, emotions. And amid all of this phenomena that is arising in this moment, or maybe passing away, find a part of you that feels relaxed, present, maybe grounded. No matter how small. And from this place that feels relaxed, present, grounded, again, however small, I invite you to now visualize a place in your mind's eye on Lama Mountain that feels safe and sacred. Or if you have not been to Lama, a place, any place that feels safe and sacred to you. And really visually bask in this special place. And in this place, take a comfortable seat. Look all around this place and name 3 things that you see here. Imagine reaching out and touching a part of your surroundings. Maybe one of the things that you see. A rock, maybe water, or the floor. Really feel that in your hands. And notice how your whole body feels in this place. Take a deep breath and breathe in this special spot. What do you smell? Maybe this place even has a particular taste in your mouth. Notice, what do you hear? Listen for maybe birdsong, wind, or music. And also listen for the way that silence sounds in this place. And now find a way to thank this spot somewhere on Lama or beyond. So maybe you can thank this place with a bow, or maybe you have an offering in your pocket. You can imagine offering this spot. Or you can visualize yourself saying thank you. Or even whisper it aloud right now. And with this sense of gratitude for this place, I invite you to return to feeling your seat, where you are now, and the contact with the chair or cushion that you are in. Take another deep breath all together. You might wiggle your toes and fingers and open your eyes gently. And again, look around your current physical surroundings. And then to the screen of screens before you. And now I invite us to visually connect with all of the beloveds before us. So you can take a moment to scroll and just look and acknowledge all of the faces who are gathered here with us. Really drink everyone in. Welcome. And before I give instructions on Heart Club, I'll close this short practice by doing something we often do here at Lama that you all maybe miss. And I have learned a way to do virtually, which is holding hands. So we do this by, if you are sharing a room with someone, you can first connect your hand with the person you are sharing the space with palms flat and facing each other. Take your other hand, and your palm flat, and place it against the edge of your screen so that your hand is connecting virtually with the hands of another on the other screens. Yeah, got it. So we'll have more opportunities to practice this throughout the retreat. But for now, you can just imagine feeling all of the hands in your hands and all of us connected.